We are live.
All right, and hello everyone, and welcome to the Fall 2022 Griffin Esports roster announcement. This is actually our inaugural roster announcement.
This is it, this is
So-
the big launch.
Everyone announced today they get the pleasure of actually being the first group of E-Griffins.
Super exciting.
It's amazing, yes. We have nice audience here, and I see the stream is actually loading up really well. So we have a packed set of agenda today.
Yeah, that's right. Let me go ahead and get that up on the screen for us. Just a brief little overview of what we're going to be doing today.
So we're going to talk a little bit, just introduce esports here on campus and kind of explain how things are going to work on campus for those who really haven't got a background on how esports work collegiately. We then, as of yesterday, we got our equipment in. So we're going to do our first unboxing of our equipment. After that, we have a spotlight from a local high school, Penn Trafford. They have a really amazing program. So we're going to invite their coach and director on, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about their esports program.
Yeah, John's a great guy. I love to have him. Glad he could take the time out today to, talk to us about our partnership and kind of the programs we have for the upcoming fall and summer.
No, we're super lucky to have Penn Trafford so close. After that, we are going to move into the roster reveal. So we're making people stick around for a bit to get the exciting news. And then to round off the time here, after we announce the rosters, we actually are going to be announcing our first additional game since our initial launch. So we have a new game coming in. So esports. This has been kind of a fun journey to get here.
Yeah, I mean, how long's it been now since we initially kind of got it prepped and running?
I think the conversation started 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And then COVID hit.
and what a hit it was.
But I think Seton Hill was super responsive because they realized that during COVID, esports was one of the only athletic events that remained operational, and it was a great way for students, especially at the collegiate level, to stay connected.
Yeah.
So
agree.
The cool thing then is, now that we're kind of over, still working through those journeys, but the decision was made back in September that we wanted to move forward with an esports team, and less than a year later, we are rolling with it.
And we're rolling pretty fast, in my opinion. We talked to some other people, and they said that we're pretty ahead of the game. It might not seem like we have much yet, but I think we have a lot.
And several of the other vendors and even universities we've talked to, this is a 3 to 4 year journey to get here, and we've done it in a matter of 6 to 7 months. So
it feels like forever.
No, and we've even had some folks on campus, and when they see the progress we've made and how far we've gotten, they've said how jealous they are. It's actually been really super amazing. So where do we go from here? I mean, there's a lot still coming along the line.
Yeah, I mean, we got, our roster releases like we're talking about. We have the unboxing, but I know we're kind of getting this space together right now. And if you guys don't know, we're in a temporary space for our first year. This is going to be our room that we're going to use, and then we're going to ship over to our new esports arena for the next year.
And if you want some pictures of renderings of that space, you can go to setonhill.gg, and there are renderings right there. So hop over there. You can see the pictures of what our final arena is going to look like. We are going to be in a temporary space for the first semester, but we'll be moving on from there. And it's going to go quickly. I mean, construction's already started in the arena, so if anyone's been on campus or the last couple weeks of campus, I know some people noticed some early morning sounds. And a lot of that was the construction happening to the Canavan dorm, and that's to prep that dorm as well as the space that we're going to be using. So a lot is happening. For people to know exactly how things are moving forward. Fall is going to be our first semester. So we're not just launching and then saying, oh, we'll be back at some point. The students who are announced and enrolled today will start practices in August, and competitions will start this fall. Competitions, for those who don't know, could be virtual. So there, we could be competing with a university out on the West Coast one day, or we could be packing up and hauling across state and competing on site at University of Harrisburg of Advanced Technology. So we could be all over the place. That's what's really, to me, exciting about esports. And I've been chatting a lot. So do you have anything?
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, and you make great points. Like during COVID, when all the traditional kind of sports and athletics were kind of going down, this was on the rise. So now that we kind of are out of COVID, we can kind of hit the ground running, and we have been running. And so I think we have a lot of good applicants for the team this year. We had a lot of excitement, a lot of good players.
It was actually a very competitive review.
Yeah, it was a lot of tough choices, I think.
And I mean, we will apologize as we work through today. We weren't able to accept everyone. So especially for the first year, we had to make really strong choices. So those who are announced and invited today, it was a really competitive process to move forward with. So
yeah, a lot of good talent here at
yes,
Seton Hill.
I was actually really, I won't say surprised, because I think our talent here is already amazing.
Right.
But it was kind of an untapped area. I don't think we realized how big gaming was on campus.
I agree, and that's not one of the things that people kind of, advocate, like that's not the first thing they come on and say when they get here, like, oh, I'm a pro esports player, like we get for some of the traditional athletics like soccer, football, like you got the prime players, but you don't really see too much when it comes to esports. So it's really nice that we're having an announcement and having a release and getting these star players into the spotlight. I think that's very important to grow the program.
And we are in the final steps of selecting the future program director, who will serve essentially as the head coach for the program. Once that person is on, they will more than likely reopen some enrollment. So if there are students who have not yet applied and would like to, there will be another wave around for students to apply, especially since we are announcing a new game. I'm not dropping that. I'm super excited about this.
I was like, are you just going to announce it right now? I was like, whoa, we're skipping
No, we're making everyone wait on that one. But no, as soon as the program director comes on, I think we'll start seeing a lot of activity. Even in the meantime, we are going to start either weekly or bi-weekly streaming with the players. So make sure you click follow on our stream here, because then you'll get notifications every time one of our players goes live, and you can hop on and follow and cheer them on over the summer as we're prepping for the fall.
Yeah.
All right. We've done a lot of talking. I think we actually want to do something exciting now.
It's time.
Yes. So we have made a really significant investment in equipment here at Seton Hill. Everyone knows we are an Apple distinguished school. That has a ton of advantages for us. But one of the things we really had to look at when we went this direction was most of the esporting opportunities were on the Windows platform. So we actually have invested in the arena to bring in full-blown Windows-based PCs. And we did not downplay our investment here.
No, we did
so
not.
We purchased 16 initial. I think that was 16 initial.
So.
And we're going to open the box. But while we're doing that, we didn't cheap out on the specs. So we went with a Ryzen 9 5900X processor, 16 gig of RAM, 1 terabyte solid state drive. So a lot of people use a smaller solid state and then a larger hard drive. We went full-blown solid state just to make that larger investment. And we did do the NVIDIA RTX 7080 with 8 gig of RAM. So we really feel like we made a strong investment in our platform here. So should we go for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, I think we could use some extra help getting this super heavy box onto the table, right? Can we have our special guest here help us out?
All right. Come on up, Griff.
We got our good old friend Griff the Griffin here. He's going to help us with the unboxing a little.
All right. Ready? Yeah, we don't want to crush any equipment here.
Yeah, no, that would be very bad. So what are your thoughts, Griff? You like to play games? You're a big gamer? Yeah. What do you think of these super cool looking PCs we got?
Let's actually turn it over.
Oh, that's probably bad. Oh, and by the way, we both work in the tech field. So.
All right.
I'll take this out here.
What should we do with that?
Perfect.
All right.
Super, super cool.
All right. Let's see if we can.
And you know, with most unboxings, everything's kind of apart, but we just wanted to save the time and make sure that we didn't break anything.
Exactly.
Have them already pre-built.
So, we do have tempered glass here. Can you?
Real gentle with that.
Can you hold the glass?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to break the glass either.
All right. So there we go.
Here.
All right. So we got etched in, and the RGB lighting inside will actually light up, so we'll get a really, really cool silhouette of the Esports Griffin logo on the side. And in order to prep for it, and sorry for the folks streaming, you probably won't be able to see this, but we do have. No. That's not really going to. Probably can't see it, but that's what it looks like with the RGB light streaming there. So these will be set up come fall.
Thank you very much, Griff. Of course.
And we can reattach the glass later.
Yeah, of course.
But yes, so these just arrived. Not a thing has been done with them yet.
I think we have the bare minimum, installed on there.
Yes,
so far.
we have Windows
And
installed, and that is about it right now.
You're not going to take this home with you, right? We kind of need these.
Maybe he wants to practice.
I mean, hey, if you have some free time, come over. Griff gets first shot at these.
Let's hear in chat what everyone thinks Griff's favorite game would be. I think we could actually have a lot of fun with that vote. So. But there will be an opportunity throughout the summer to see more unboxing. We'll be streaming PC setups. We will be streaming the room setup as we get the furniture brought in. So all these different events we will be streaming live.
Yeah, it's going to be super exciting. Super exciting. Thank you again, Griff. We appreciate you coming out here and helping us out. All right, I got my little.
All right. We'll just put those there.
All right, I'm going to grab my chair real quick.
All right, so we are running a couple minutes early. So we will be talking with Coach Carlisle from Penn State in a few minutes.
Penn Trafford.
Oh, sorry about that. Penn Trafford. Wow.
A lot of Penn
I'm off the team
right now. Well, it's a good thing he's
this
not
is
here
live from Penn Trafford, yes. So in the meantime, I think we can announce a team or two.
I think we can. I think it's time.
All right, so we will come back to Coach Carlisle here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Our first game, and these games have been announced for quite a while. So back in October, we made our official announcement. We have Team Hearthstone, Team FIFA, Team Overwatch, Team Rocket League. Oh, we're getting Griff is feeling Team Overwatch. All right. And we have Team Rocket League and then Team League of Legends. So we have 5 teams we're announcing today, and we may have an announcement come midsummer for our next team. We'll see what that one is in a few minutes.
Never know.
So, Team Hearthstone. So how would you kind of describe Hearthstone as a game, Brian?
Well, so it's not, I would say, like most typical games that you see being popular, such as Overwatch and Rocket League. This is a card game. So, it's a strategic card game. It's mostly 1v1 to my knowledge. Granted, I don't play it very much. I haven't played it since it first came out, so this is really just a general gist of it. And so you get to pick kind of like a hero character, and then you get specific decks and cards based off
kind of like support characters and support spells. And
kind of, yeah. So, you can pick the mage class, and then I get all my mage cards and stuff like that, and shamans and stuff like that. And it focuses mainly around World of Warcraft, which is another one of Blizzard's games.
And how long would you say a typical match lasts?
Well, if you're me, it'll last 5 seconds. I'm dead the first few turns. But I would say that some of them can take anywhere up between maybe like 20 to 40 minutes, maybe.
So it takes a lot of concentration.
Yes, a lot of strategy, a lot of concentration. Not typically one of my games. Need someone probably a little smarter than me.
So this is actually one of my games.
Oh, there you go. This is all you then.
And we were actually talking with a crew before we went live, and I was joking that I'll sit down and like 6 hours later, I'll realize like, oh gosh, it's been 6 hours. And then I have to log off and start grading. So would you like to make the official announcement for Team Hearthstone?
I can. Maybe.
So for Team Hearthstone, our inaugural player is Shane Simpson. Shane is a dual major in computer science and cybersecurity.
Very, very nice. And I'm hoping maybe later we could get him up here for maybe a few questions. Maybe
we might be able to convince him to stop up here in a couple minutes. So.
Yeah.
Now, we do have other players who have expressed interest in playing Hearthstone. So Shane's not going to be alone. He's going to have a lot that he can compete with and play with internally. But he was the one that we selected to actually compete on our behalf. So congratulations, Shane. All right. And I think we still have another minute or two before
John
Coach Carlisle hops on.
Yeah, we can do the next one too.
Team FIFA. Now, I will admit, I know very little about this game. I know very little about soccer.
That's what it is, right?
So it's a soccer
That's
game,
the
yes.
game? Okay, yeah, of course.
So,
of course.
They do release new versions every year because obviously soccer players change every year.
Who knew? Honestly, not me.
We really need to get an expert up here for this one at some point. So
yeah, honestly,
we actually do have a soccer player in the audience here, so maybe we can get him up in a few minutes to chat about it.
Awesome.
So, we did have some folks express interest in FIFA. So our team FIFA. Sorry, these.
No, it's okay. You're good. It's after you. Okay. After you, you're good.
So our team FIFA is Jared Parsons. All right. Jared is an exercise science graduate, and he is moving into our physical therapy program. So that's a program we actually just recently launched here. So Esports is actually providing a really cool opportunity for him to gain that experience while he's moving into grad school.
Yeah, that's super awesome. I sounds like a lot of work. So just I'm glad that he's willing to step up and take on all that extra responsibility.
Yeah, he's going to do great. So, and I do know that we have Nathan Huff up here who didn't express interest in competing on FIFA, but I think he'll definitely be interested in giving Jared a run for his money and some practices in that. So, so I think we're off to a really good start with things.
Awesome. I agree.
So, all right. Now, this is a game that I know a lot of folks have been super excited about.
Yes. Lots of people.
How would you describe Rocket League for people who haven't experienced it before?
Soccer with cars.
Soccer with cars.
I mean, how much more complex does it get? I mean, put a little bit of a rocket boost on the end of that car, and it's...
I mean, it was pretty
soccer.
actually funny. I was talking to another faculty member a couple weeks ago, and he stopped by my office, and he was there like, so what is this esports thing? And I'm like, well, here, let me show you. And I pulled up a Rocket League stream that was going on. And he's there like, so it's soccer with cars. And we're like, yeah. So he went off on his way, and a week or two later, he comes back, and he's there like, my wife needs to speak with you.
Okay.
Apparently, he's been going home every night and watching streams of Rocket League ever since. So Rocket League is a very universal sport at this point.
Clearly, yeah. I mean, like it hits both kind of generations. I would say, it got the people who understand soccer, and you have the people who understand video games.
And then you throw in the fun piece with the cars and the unique mechanics of all the physics and math that goes into it. I was talking to our mathematics department, and they were trying to explain some of the math to me, and it was like blowing me away how much goes into just some of these calculations.
Yeah, and during our opening video, we had a few clips of some of our Rocket League players.
No, that's
and they
awesome.
are amazing.
We really did luck out here at Seton Hill. We have some pretty awesome Rocket League players. So why don't we invite a few of them here?
Sure.
So our first Rocket League team member is
Jack Wagner,
a computer science major. Jack has actually been playing Rocket League for quite a while. I think on his application, he had several hundred hours that he's played it in the last year. So we're not going to ask how that impacted his studies, or we're not going to ask. But we know he is definitely very, very dedicated to this game.
Yes, a lot of time dedicated to the game.
All right. So how about our next Rocket League player?
Anthony Panko.
All right. Anthony is an exercise science major. We're actually kind of pulling in some of these exercise science majors. That's kind of exciting. I believe he also plays, is it soccer? So we actually do have quite a few players who are also student athletes on the traditional sports side. One of the really cool things about esports is, for one, we're co-ed. I think we forgot to actually mention that earlier.
Huge part of our program.
I think it's actually the first co-ed sport we have on campus.
I think so. Probably, most likely. not the person to be asking here.
It is, yeah.
Good to know.
But also, it gives a great opportunity for students who want the traditional sports, but kind of also have this fun side on as well. So, welcome, Anthony.
Yeah, go figure. Soccer player, Rocket.
I know.
League,
who would have thought? Maybe
cars.
FIFA. I mean,
well, you.
Oh yeah, I guess.
But you never know. Apparently.
All right, and we're still going with Rocket League here. We had a lot of interest in Rocket League.
Yeah, there were a lot of applicants, like we said. Tough choices.
So our next Rocket League player is Nikki. Is it Stume? Stumi? It's Nikki. And Nikki is a biochem and chemical engineering major. So at some point between doing all of that, he's finding time to play Rocket League. So a lot of fun there. He was actually one of the first applications I think we got in. So he hopped right on and expressed a ton of interest. So welcome, Nikki.
Unlike all those other engineers, he did not procrastinate.
Very true. All right. And how close are we for John?
I could probably check in there and see if he's in there right now.
Let's take a breather here and see if Coach Carlisle has joined us yet.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not
All
yet.
right. So while we're waiting on Coach Carlisle, let's do our next one. And I think Griff's going to be super excited about this one. We are ready to announce our Team Overwatch.
Overwatch team.
And this was a game that it was kind of a lot of mixed feelings. Like, I had some students who were like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But then there were some like, I've never touched it in my life. Like, but it's super competitive. It's one of the most competitive esports games out there at the moment.
And that's the spectrum too. You either got the people who've been playing it since day one, really good players, or you got the people coming in who are brand new and, don't really have a lot of experience. And it's really hard to find that middle ground with the matchmaking in Overwatch sometimes. It pits some of the best players with the worst. And that's kind of the skew of player skill that we had with the applications as well.
No, exactly. And we are actually super excited to announce that we did fill an entire Overwatch team. So we have a full team that will be representing Seton Hill. And it's a wide variety, too. Like, we had people that had interest in all the different areas.
Yes.
So why don't we just hop in? And our first announcement. Player number 1 is Nathaniel Huff. Nathaniel is a computer science and cybersecurity major. I actually originally thought Nathaniel would be joining Team FIFA. But then the more I talked to him, I realized how much he enjoys playing Overwatch. And I know he's been joining our Discord server quite a bit. And he's, I think, played with quite a few folks out there already. So
Awesome. Hopefully we can get him up here as well for some questions
Exactly.
and some comments later.
And again, I think we've got to announce that earlier, but we do have a Discord server that we will be using for all esports.
Yes.
So all players will receive an invite to that later, and they will receive their official roles per each team. So they'll see their status and colors changing this afternoon. And then you don't have to be a player to be part of that. We'll send out and share the link out here this afternoon as well, so that anyone can hop on, cheer them along, watch as they practice, watch as they compete and play, give them feedback, and go from there. So, yeah, Nathaniel's actually been very, very active on our Discord server.
Very much so. Yeah, we're very glad to have him.
All right, and our next player. This one we're actually very super excited about, and unfortunately, he's remaining a mystery at the moment.
Yes.
We were unable to get a picture,
No
but
photos.
our next invite is for Theo Satsos. Theo is an incoming mathematics and engineering major. He will be incoming this fall. So he will be joining the team fresh as an incoming first year.
He's our first and only brand new,
Yes.
brand spanking new player.
And I believe one of the things that attracted him to Seton Hill was that we were launching an esports team. So we got a chance to review some of his footage. Some of it, I believe, was actually out on the stream before we started. And yeah, he's a pretty amazing player. So we're super excited to see him get on campus, get connected with the crew, and hopefully he'll be able to join the Discord server even in advance and start doing some practices. So
that would be
congratulations, Theo. All right. Our next Overwatch. I think this is a familiar face some folks have seen. Nikki is back. Nikki applied for multiple teams, and after reviewing his application, we felt that he should be on multiple teams.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Nikki.
Another benefit of not procrastinating.
So we'll see how between the biochem and engineering he's pulling off 2 teams, but we're super excited because he really does have a passion for more than one game. So that's kind of the benefit with how we're moving forward. All right, so for those who don't know, Overwatch is a relatively large game that has a lot of different rules. So this team actually is one of our largest teams.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's on par with our league team.
Yeah. So our next invite is a computer science major.
Mr. Jacob Berkeley.
Berkey.
Berkey.
Yep.
Berkey. My mistake.
All right, and Jacob is also a traditional athlete as well. He's on the track and field team.
Very nice.
So actually, he's an interesting past. He started on the football team.
Oh, wow.
And then he found a shift in his passion over to the track and field. And now with this opportunity, he's really showing his Seton Hill pride, I guess. He's
honestly all
he's
over
trying
the
to
place.
represent us all over. So congratulations, Jacob.
Yeah. Fun fact: I ran track in high school.
Did you?
I fell on my face in the hurdles. And now I'm in
see
computer
that.
science land.
I did not run track. And it very much shows. All right. And our last member of Team Overwatch. And just a little heads up, I think we might see this face again. But Last member of Team Overwatch is Logan Leonard. Logan is a psychology major, and very similar to a few other athletes, he has expressed interest in a couple different games. So, could be one that we're announcing today, could be one that is a future announcement. But Logan has definitely expressed some excitement on participating and supporting us through multiple events. So, I think we're at the beginning of seeing the involvement from Logan here. So.
Yeah. I'm interested to see where it plays out. I'd like to see where he ends up.
Exactly, me too. So, all right. So, do we have John on yet? Coach Carlisle. I keep saying John.
He is on. I think we're ready
All
to jump
right.
in there.
So, we're going to hop back and talk to Coach Carlisle for a moment.
All right.
And while they're pulling up, reminder that Coach Carlisle is an AP history teacher over at Penn Trafford. And he has actually helped us with some of our questions. He's helped us get connected with a lot of local organizations. So we thought we'd invite him on and just get some thoughts and feedback from his side.
Let's hope everything works here.
Hello.
We are live streaming through like 3 or 4 different events. So
I'm seeing John. I think I just need to figure out how to hear you. Hi, John. Give us one
Hey,
second.
can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Can't get camera to work either.
could they hear him on stream?
They can hear
Okay.
him on stream, but I don't think we're going to be able to hear him because of the gloriousness of IT audioing.
Well, hello, everyone.
Me? Oh, no. And I knew that there would be one hiccup today,
That's all right.
and that had to have been with our one interview with our guest.
Well, if they can hear us, at least we can interview for the stream. All right, so while he's pulling that up, just a few other announcements. So obviously we'll be sending out the Discord link later. If you do go to setonhill.gg, this morning we launched our merch store. So you can go out and buy t-shirts and hats and I think a few other items with our official esports logos and all of that on it. This is just the initial launch, so there's going to be a lot more coming with that. But if anyone's super excited or they have parents or family members that want to join in and support, those are live as of right now. So feel free to hop out and do that.
John, can I get just one little test sentence, see if I can get you to... Okay, I think we can hear you. I'm not sure if the stream will be able to hear you, but I think we can make that work with the recording.
And through your microphone.
And through my microphone, if I can get that to work. Sorry about the few technical difficulties, everybody. Oh, no problem at all. Yeah, no, we just had some audio that we had to set up and get everything configured. But we're glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining in today. I know you have a very busy schedule with teaching and coaching and everything you do. But we just again, we appreciate you being on with us today.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
All right. So what kind of questions do we have for John?
So how did you end up getting into esports?
So it goes back to one time I was at my buddy's house. And we played baseball a lot together. I remember one day I was at his house and he had me start playing this game, Counter-Strike. Back then it was like Counter-Strike Source, I believe. And I really liked the 5-on-5 atmosphere where you had an objective and you had to work as a team with people you didn't really know. And long story short, I ended up getting into Call of Duty 2. And one of my real life friends at the time I went to school with said, hey, you go ahead and get computer parts and I will help you build your computer when they come in. And whenever I ended up getting the computer parts all in, I worked for about 4 or 5 weeks in a row in the summer, saved some cash, they all got delivered, and coincidentally enough, he was never around to help me build it. So an online friend that I played Call of Duty with literally like taught me how to build a computer over the internet. And from there, through trial and error, I kind of fell in love with the whole idea of computers and video gaming as a whole. Unfortunately, the players back then, we didn't have the opportunity to compete like we do now, which is unbelievable. But Call of Duty 2 and then Call of Duty 4, and then I played some competitive tournaments and things like that as well. Really got me into it.
That's super awesome. Call of Duty 2, man, that takes me back too. Those are some of the old ones that we just they're not as advanced as the ones now.
Right. They're just too much spray and pray in my opinion.
Yeah, well, hey, we just wanted to thank you again for coming, and we wanted to talk maybe a little bit more about our partnership. Maybe see if you guys have anything on your team specifically coming up in the next few seasons.
Absolutely, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So tell us a little about what you and your team have going on in the future.
So that's actually funny. We're going to say tomorrow, our program, we basically have a Valorant team, we have a Rocket League team, and we have a Smash team right now, like competitive-wise. There's some other games that we play. But our Smash team just wrapped up its season with the state PIEA playoffs. We finished top 5 in the state there. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to the semi-championships with that particular tournament. And the same thing with Valorant. We finished top 5 in the Valorant tournament as well, just short of that semis in-person tournament. But we're also in this other league known as the Esports company, which is located near Johnstown, and we're going to St. Francis tomorrow to compete in their championship there. Our Rocket League Division 1 team has made it to the championship, and so too has our Valorant team. We're looking to repeat. We won in the fall, so we're hoping for some more success tomorrow at St. Francis, and hopefully finishing up the summer or the school year before summer with some championships.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's great. And then I know we have something going on this summer, like we've been planning. So we have a little summer tournament going on.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that. That's huge. Can't wait to get the word out even more. We're going to be partnering with with Seton Hill and throwing an awesome esports tournament here at the high school. We have a really nice esports arena here on campus here at the high school, and we have right around 25 to 30 gaming machines, fully decked out. During school day at Penn Trafford here, we're lucky enough to have an esports class where students in our school can actually take the class and learn about the background of it, practice, compete, and just have a really fun time while during the school day, which really helps. And then, of course, when we have matches in the evening, we can kind of practice and get those students that are on the team kind of in class so we can practice before the games kick off. But that's a huge help. And I cannot wait to see how many schools are interested and what it becomes. I don't really care this summer if it's a small group of teams. I'm just excited to do it and hopefully build on it and get more each and every year.
No, I mean we're very excited on our side. I mean we've been trying to prep and promote over here, so we're hoping to bring a nice turnout, and we're excited to see who all kind of shows on your side, and just honestly just have a good fun competition that day.
Yeah, I think we're both excited.
Yeah, we definitely are. I know we're having you guys over next week to kind of get a lay of the land, and um, I think it's gonna be really cool to just I know you've been here once, but just to kind of see what we all have to offer with the different kind of setups and things like that. And yeah, eventually you guys will have your own area, and can't wait. Maybe we'll switch courses over the summer or something like that.
That'd be wonderful. That'd be awesome, honestly. Awesome. So I'm just going to give a kind of a few logistics about the tournament. So like you said, we're having over the summer. It's going to be on July 23rd. What did we say, John? I'm so sorry.
I believe it was July 20th.
20th.
July 20th is a Wednesday, in the middle of the week there. I'm not even exactly sure if we have a legit date or time picked out, but we were thinking kind of like early afternoon, maybe around like 12, 1 o'clock start time, and probably, depending, it's going to be It's gonna be double elimination, tournament for Smash and Rocket League. Smash is going to be individual, and Rocket League will be team. It's going to be 3 versus 3, so you must come with 2 other players if you want to compete. Um, Unfortunately, it's going to be too unorganized in the sense that they develop and pick teams. So it just wouldn't be a good way to get the tournament. So, please try to bring a pre-made team, and yeah, you're guaranteed 2 games in Rocket League. You're guaranteed 2 games in Smash, and you're guaranteed a really good time and some pizza and some drinks. So, where else would you rather be?
So that's 2 months' notice for everyone to put in for work to ask for Wednesday, July 20th off.
Yes.
So no one can message the day before saying, "Oh, I have to work." You're given 2 months' notice to request the day off.
And in fact, I already have the cafeteria reserved. I already have the library reserved. So yeah, we're good. We have everything we need.
So we're taking over the school.
Honestly, it sounds like it. Thank you so much, John. Yeah, honestly, that was a way better pitch than I would have ever given. So that's why we brought you here. You're great.
Thank you, thank you. Too nice. I'm just really excited. I mean, I know it sounds like cliche, but seriously, like what we do here with this whole esports is the dream. I'm so thankful to have this opportunity. Never in a million years did I think I'd be teaching high school history, and then all of a sudden, teaching and coaching esports in high school. It's insane.
No, that's super exciting.
I think we feel the kind of the same way with opening on our end. We're all birds of a feather here. We're all really into games. We want to see it succeed, and I think this partnership shows that we have a lot in common in both our programs and our personalities.
Exactly.
So any.
Someone asked, it's for Rocket League and Smash. So you can actually do, you can sign up for Rocket League and Smash if you wanted to do both. So yeah, I mean, actually, we'll also have some other switches hooked up and stuff as well. Play some other games. We just got the Nintendo Switch sports game, and the kids are really enjoying that.
Oh, awesome.
Volleyball.
That's been all the rage.
Yeah, it's worth the hype actually. It's super fun.
We might have to put it in the budget over here, maybe. It sounds like it'd be fun.
Yes.
We'll talk to the steering committee chair about that one.
There you go. Awesome. Perfect. Well, hey, John, is there anything else you maybe would want to say? Anything, where people could find you, to follow you, any of the social medias you guys want for your teams?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a website. It's kind of brand new. We're working on it. It's ptwarriorsports.com, and then on Instagram it's ptwarriorsports. That's where I post a lot of like the updates, the pictures of tournaments and brackets and things like that. If you want to follow us, yeah, we're still working on the Twitch, but we do have twitch.tv/ptwarriorsports as well. But that's like brand new, and it's the first year really diving deep into the whole esports scene. So, next year, one of my biggest goals here is to really develop that and to start, streaming on our end a lot more than we have been. But I just also wanted to give a big shout out to you and Seton Hill. I mean, for really, really, doing the right thing. And I think, locally creating a college esports program, which, I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. I can already see a couple years down the road, Seton Hill being a household name in esports. I'm more excited to have a partnership with you guys. Like I schools over in Johnstown, they all partner with St. Francis, and why can't we do that? Why can't we make our own league and get compete? And this is our first year, and we already have a student going to St. Francis for a scholarship, a pretty hefty scholarship, might I add. So much so they actually changed because of the scholarship that he was offered to go to St. Francis and compete for Valorant. So, I'm really looking forward to maybe being that pipeline, hopefully for Seton Hill as well.
No, that's
Awesome,
super exciting. Yes.
Yeah, everything that sounds wonderful. Thank you again, John. I really appreciate it. Any final words before we have you sent off?
No, I mean, if you have a chance tomorrow during the day, it's twitch.tv/the eSport Company. It's going to be an all-day event from like 9 o'clock to like 5 p.m. I know it's supposed to be a gorgeous day out tomorrow, but there's an app on there on the phone you can download, twitch.tv/eSport Company. I'll be too busy to stream on our page, but it might be a good idea to just kind of check it out. I'll be watching it later on just to kind of see how they put on their show, and I'm sure we can kind of learn a lot from that as well.
Sounds good.
If you get a chance tomorrow, please cheer us on and go Warriors, man. We need some support.
Awesome. Well, sounds good. Hey, and go ahead and send me all those links over, maybe in an email, and I can get them posted into our Discords and maybe into our Twitch page as well, and some of our Insta. Perfect.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to this summer as well.
Awesome. Sounds good. We are super excited as well. Thank you again, John, for coming and saying a few words, and we will see you next week.
All right, awesome. Have a nice weekend.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks again.
All right. Thank you, Coach Carlisle.
All right. A few technical difficulties, but I don't think it went that bad.
No, we did
First
good
stream
there.
ever. I think it was great.
And while we're switching over, one thing that I did want to bring up, because actually Coach Carlisle mentioned it, is we are actually providing some scholarship opportunities connected to esports. So especially to try to attract some new students and bring in some really exciting new talent. This is an investment that Seton Hill has been making to show its commitment to the students and to their commitment in playing and competing in these sports. So if you know someone who is thinking about applying or on the fence, I mean, have them submit, because there might be some opportunities to help them a little bit on the tuition side. So
Yeah, I've not met one person that says no to free money.
no, I know. And I
I've
mean,
not met
honestly,
one.
I mean, who probably didn't get the lecture growing up? You're never going to earn money playing video games.
Look at where we're at now, Brad.
So right here is your chance to prove them wrong. But
Perfect.
yeah, so we have one more team announcement here.
Yeah, I say we get it out of the way,
And I think
right?
people are very excited about this one. So
All right.
League of Legends, I'm going to admit this is not one of my games. I have nothing against it. It's just not one I've really ever gotten super into, but I think you play it.
I've played MOBAs. And so, maybe some Dota 2, some Heroes of the Storm, but basically it's teams of 5, different lanes, technically. Like there's a mid, a top, and a bottom. And then you kind of have to organize your team to go through these lanes, defeat towers, defeat your opponents, defeat minions. And so it's a very top-down, large-scale, long-term kind of playthrough of a game.
And one thing that I find very interesting about this game is it's over 10 years old.
It's been around forever. I mean, it's been like the powerhouse of
And they're
esports for a
still
long
updating
time.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still keeping it super exciting and very competitive. So this was a no-brainer when we were launching that we had to offer a League of Legends team. And we're also excited because we have a full team.
Yes, we do.
So should we just move forward, or should we keep the suspense going?
I mean, do you want to...
I say we just move forward. All right. So our first team League of Legends.
Austin Choi.
Yes.
I'm bad with all of the names today, guys. That's why I keep looking at Brad to make sure I don't get them wrong.
So Austin is a computer science major and a future LeComm student. So he is actually double majoring, and I'm not sure how he's going to squeeze in the time for practices, but he is super excited. He's been hopping on Discord and playing a ton with our other league players. So yeah, so he's very, very excited to be joining the team. So congratulations, Austin. All right, and our next player. I think we might recognize his face.
I know that one. That's Logan Leonard.
It is Logan Leonard.
I read that right.
So Logan, again, psychology major who had expressed interest in a couple different games. After reviewing his time in game and his some of the clips and so forth, he's going to be a really, really strong league player for us. So we're very excited that he's going to be multiple games here for us. So I don't know, he might get a COD or something in the arena after we get it fully set up.
Maybe. I think so.
Or I've been pushing for I'm doing like a 7 a.m. yoga. Maybe we get him to lead our yoga sessions. So I have no
I'll
idea if
be
he
there.
is. Evan's not feeling the yoga. All right, and unfortunately, we have another new player here who we didn't quite get a picture for, but we have Quan.
Got a lot of enthusiasm over here in the crowd.
Griff's very excited
Griff's
about
very
Quan.
excited, yeah.
Quan is a graphic design major, so maybe even bring some of those unique skills in for some shoutcasting or some editing or some of those other features. So yeah, we're very super excited. One thing I've actually been excited with as we're launching is we have such a variety of majors.
Yeah.
I mean, we have majors from every school on campus, I think, almost. And it was very competitive across all different majors and so forth. So I'm very excited about the diversity and interest and so forth that we're bringing into the team. So
I agree, because I thought, with esports, back when I was in college, that was who was playing esports would be computer science, software engineers, people like that. So I'm glad to see that it's grown over the last few years so that it is very inclusive. We are doing co-ed and we are just, every major and degree under the sun has been interested.
No, exactly. And I think that actually says a lot about Seton Hill and the community here is I know where I went for my undergrad, it was very siloed. Like I was as part of one school and I really didn't get to see many other students. And I think one really cool thing about Seton Hill is students have classes with every other major. And this is just going to be an extension of that where they'll see a student in the major course or in a liberal arts course, and then they'll be able to actually come and be on a team with them as well. So.
That bridges the gap there, yeah.
All right. Our next player is Logan Lindermuth. So Logan is a computer science major, and much like Jacob Berkey, is a member of our track and field team as well. So
very nice.
I guess track and field's going to be a strong supporter of esports going on here.
Yeah,
so.
Who's the track and field coach? We might want to talk to them.
Yeah, we might want to give them a heads up.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
But no, I mean, we have an amazing track and field athletic team here. So I'm very excited that we have such a strong partnership moving forward with them. And we will work very closely with all of the traditional athletes to make sure that our practice times don't necessarily overlap with their other team times and so forth. That's kind of one of the beauty of how we're able to arrange things is practices could be late at night if it works best for the team. I mean, I don't picture some of our traditional sports being out there at midnight with no lights on the fields trying to
I mean, that's where the real challenge in practicing is. That's how you really get better.
Exactly.
In the dark.
so maybe we'll just go lights out for a couple practices, just give them the ambiance of. All right. So that actually brings us to the end of our team roster announcements for the day. So congratulations to all of our teams. You will be hearing from us from the steering committee as well as the upcoming program director about how to proceed. Later today, you will be getting admitted to the private Discord chats for your individual games, as well as a universal chat just for the players to interact and so forth. So starting this weekend, you'll be able to communicate and work and chat with the rest of your team. So we're very, very excited about the progress we're making, the commitment that the 12 students, we had a dozen students we announced today, are showing for wanting to represent Seton Hill in a very exciting new opportunity here. And then
It'll be very exciting.
That brings us to just the end today, right?
I think so. I think
we don't have anything else going on.
No, I think that's it. We can just end stream.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
No, I think we have one last announcement going on here. So we have a new team we're going to announce.
We do have a new team. I'm pretty excited about this.
I'm very excited about this, and I think when we were sitting down to look at teams, this one kind of slid under the radar for a bit.
Yes.
But a lot of interest has come up, and there's been a lot of discussion from applicants of why aren't we offering this one. So we're listening pretty readily to this. So we will be announcing this on our websites later today, so it'll be public at that point. But you can talk about it. I mean, we're live here, so
I mean, if you hear it
the
here,
world
it's
knows.
out. Yeah.
But we will start an application process for this game as well. So would you like to do the honors?
Press the button?
You can press the button if you want that
This
arrow
one?
there.
All right, ready?
All right, so we
We're
are
gonna be
launching
releasing
Team
Madden.
Madden. All right, there's been a lot of interest in bringing on another sports or athletic-based game,
Yes.
and Madden's another one. I mean, it is so competitive out there. We've been kind of watching some of the esports streams and so forth, and I'll be honest, I was really surprised by how much effort and time those students put in, because the game changes just like FIFA every single year.
Mm-hmm.
And you
100%.
think you have your whole lineup and everything ready one year, and the next year you have to almost redo it from scratch. So this I'm very, very excited about with this game and this announcement. And I'm super excited to see who all we can kind of bring in to get this stream going. So
Yeah, and honestly, whoever we bring in, they're gonna have to teach me how to play.
they're gonna
I'm
have
not
to
very
teach me
familiar
football
with it.
first.
Honestly, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's where the root of the game is.
So
But yes, Team Madden. That's it. That's the one we're bringing on.
no, I'm very excited about that. And so please share around. Please let people know. Like I said, we will. If I could talk, we've been talking a lot today, but we will be launching an application process for Team Madden here very shortly, and that will be for this fall or even for future semesters as well. So, I think that's all of our big exciting announcements for the day.
I think so. Do you want to go ahead and see if we can have any?
Yeah. So we
Surprise
do
guest?
have a couple actual players who have been admitted to the team here in the audience. Would either one of you two like to say anything? You can, you can come
We have
on up.
another mic for you, I believe.
Or here, I can just do this.
We could just do that too. That's fine.
All right.
We said it was supposed to go in.
Sorry, it's inside my shirt, so just
Right.
All right, so we have
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna be leaning like this.
just hold it up. So we
Hello.
have Nathaniel Huff here, and what game are you going to be playing?
So I'm gonna be on the Overwatch team. So that's what I've signed up for. I know you said about the FIFA side of things, and obviously being from the UK, I'm sure everyone expected that. But yeah, but yeah, no, I'm happy to talk about FIFA as well if you guys wanted me to explain anything. But yeah.
So how long have you been playing Overwatch?
So I've been playing Overwatch since launch. Played on the console right when it came out in 2016. And I played since the first season, basically. So and now there's been like 33 seasons or something, or like 29 seasons or something crazy now. So yeah, I played in pretty much every season from.
So it's
one.
almost as old as you are then.
Yeah. Yeah, because 2016 when I was born. But yeah, no. So I've been playing since pretty much the start. I played pretty much. I think I had 16 seasons. I think consecutively before I took a break. So it's kind of been a big part of my life. So. Yeah.
Is there a certain role or character or?
I'm full flex, but I've leaned more towards the DPS side of things. So that's the damage. Really getting out there and attacking and having the highest damage characters. So yeah.
You like just going full on, full attack?
Oh yeah, absolute mayhem, just straight into it. Yeah. So
You're the Widowmaker in the back, right? Or the Widowmaker all the way up front.
I played. If I have to dive in with Widow and get the SMG out, sometimes you have to do that. So.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly.
No, that's awesome. So you heard the announcement.
Mhm.
Do you know any of the other team players yet?
I didn't know any of them were actually in the teams. That was really crazy. But no, I do know Logan. I've known him for a little while since he's joined Seton Hill. And I did know a couple of the other guys on the team. So it's just really interesting to see the announcement go out. And I'm really looking forward to playing with them. So yeah.
Awesome. Very nice.
Well, anything else you'd like to share?
Did you want me to talk about FIFA at all?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, neither of us know it.
So for the people that it needs to be like the sports side of things, Madden will come under this as well. All of these EA games are, you take control of individual players one at a time. You have the ability to jump between each of the players. I know in FIFA, you don't control the goalkeeper, but you can be any of the other 10 people on the pitch. And that's where like the kind of, it's like, niche. You got to move them, and then you can move them while you're off the ball as well. So there's a lot of like implications, but it's basically soccer. It's the most basic soccer game out there. Any EA game is kind of cut and paste. It's in that kind of, you can play basic soccer, basic Madden, basic football. So yeah, it's really kind of quite an easy one for most people to get into, but it's definitely got a high skill ceiling.
And now I believe you play it mostly on console.
Yeah, I played it since FIFA 04. That was the first one I had. So I've been playing since I was like 5 years old with my brother. So
Oh, wow.
it's one of the games that like when you're growing up as a kid, especially the UK, we always had it. I think for you guys it's more Madden and 2K than FIFA, but it's just like one of those things. Everyone kind of has like a baseline, like everyone can play it to a certain extent. But it'd be really interesting to see like the FIFA players take it up another notch. So it'd be interesting.
No,
Yeah, very nice.
exciting.
Very awesome.
Well, thank you for joining.
No worries.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Awesome. All right.
And does our other player want to come up? All right.
Grab a
so
seat.
We also have Shane Simpson coming up. And Shane is our primary Hearthstone player.
Indeed, I am. Very
So-
excited.
You have a very interesting story with your experience with Hearthstone.
Yeah, so basically I heard about the esports team being made, and I was looking through the different games, and I was like, wow, I'd love to do this, but I've never played any of them. So I talked with Brad, I talked to some of my friends, and I'm like, okay, sure, I'll give Hearthstone a try. So I've literally only been playing since the esports announcement came out. So I'm kind of still new to it, but I'm getting used to it, definitely.
But some of your clips were playing before the stream, and you're a really solid player.
Thank you.
I remember you messaging me a few times over Christmas break, being like, I played all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Or my mom said she hasn't seen me much because I've been sitting in front of my computer playing. So
Yeah, I literally made sure every day over Christmas break to play at least for an hour to 2 hours. So. Yeah.
So do you have a strategy when you sit down to play? Or?
So I've tried a couple of the different classes and whatnot. I think right now I'm leaning towards mage, and because you get a lot more spells with that, and also some of the creatures that I have lets me summon other things, so that way I can put out a few things on the board that allow me to get a lot more monsters and whatnot, and just completely hammer away at their defenses. There was a couple of the clips, I don't know if those ones played, where I literally outlasted the other person in cards. They would, I think 2 of them, they ran out of cards because of just me destroying everything they put out. So, yeah, that's basically my strategy for right now.
No, that's awesome. And one thing that I do find very interesting with Hearthstone is the number of new cards they keep coming out with.
Oh,
And they have so many seasons, and they have it's almost like this ongoing game that you have to stay caught up on, or you're going to fall behind very quickly. So do you have a strategy on how you intend to stay kind of caught up with everything?
So what I kind of do is as new cards come out, I kind of take a look at them, and as I get them as well, because you get them through packs. So I kind of just see what the new things are that kind of work with what I already have, and kind of just keep evolving my deck as I go along. So right now, I know a lot of the cards have I think it's Gargantuan. So instead of just putting down one monster, it's one card, but it puts down 5, and it's all the same creature. So it could be this big long eel, things like that. And there's also new abilities that come out too, where one of them is where you pull from the bottom of your deck instead of the top. So just trying to see what works with what I have and what doesn't, and then if what the cards I have aren't really working anymore, just kind of switching them around, seeing what might be better than what I do have.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the strategic mind of a gamer right there.
Yes.
Yeah, my strat is pick up the card, put it down.
And that's
Hope
what I-
that they don't kill me.
And that's what I think people don't realize with esports is there's just as much strategy and thought process that goes into playing. It's not just sitting down and turning on a computer. That you actually have to sit down and really think through and evaluate every move you want to make.
100%. Like he said, he played every day, right? Over break, you said? That's as much commitment, if not more, than some of the traditional athletics. That's so glad to have you on, honestly. Someone with that much commitment. It's really, really awesome.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So much excitement today. So much.
It's been amazing. I still am really just I shouldn't be shocked because Seton Hill is phenomenal, but I'm just so amazed by the support we've seen from day one with this. I mean, from the staff, from the faculty, I mean, from the students. I mean, my gosh, when the announcement went out, there was a line down the hall by my door.
Oh, I felt so
with
bad
with
for you.
students who were just like super excited and just wanted to hear more. And I know it feels like ages ago since we made the announcement, but we've moved very fast to make this happen, and I'm just very excited to see where things go next.
We're
so.
right at the finish line. We are right there. And
No,
you know,
exactly.
this is the big kickoff. So we've made it.
No,
We're there.
Yes. So next steps. Again, the players will be reaching out. Congratulations again. For everyone else, make sure you follow our Twitch channel here. Make sure you hop down, follow. You'll receive updates and announcements as those come out. Also, email esports@setonhill.edu if you have any questions. You can go to setonhill.gg, and you'll have access to our social media there. You'll have access to the merch store. And there's a link there that you can also fill out the application if you're interested. So if you do have any questions after today's event, please email us at esports@setonhill.edu. Any parting ideas, thoughts?
I don't think so. I think we're going to get all of those social media links and everything kind of centralized. You have it into setonhill.gg. I'll get them into the Twitch channel and stuff like that, along with John's links from PT. Make sure everyone goes and checks them out. Tune into their they have a game tomorrow. That's what they said, right? Yeah.
Nope, exactly.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you
so.
for joining, and have a great weekend and summer, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. You're doing great.